Hello guys, I am Farhan. So today's video is all about the difference between WordPress.com and WordPress.org. So if you are watching this video, I assume that you already know what is WordPress. But if you don't, let me just give you a brief. So basically WordPress is nothing but a content management system. Okay, so what is content management system? Content management system is nothing but a software which is giving you a possibility to play with your content visually. Okay, so whatever content of the website, like let's say the layout, the particular images, videos, the text, everything. Okay, so it's giving you a visual UI. It's a software through which you can easily manage your content. So that's what content management system means. But if you want to know about it in detail, I already made a video up there. You can click on the cards. So yeah, let's dive into the video. First thing first, what is the difference between both of the platforms? So yeah, the first difference is platform. So one is .com and one is .org, right? And if I have to say, the difference is very clear. One is open source and one is not. Okay, so if you understand basically what is open source software, and open source software is community driven. Okay, so it's driven by a community of people. They contribute to the software. So assume I am a software developer. Okay, so what I will do, I will start making some code, and in turn something good happens. Okay, and then I will just give it to my people, and I basically start a company or something. So that is commercial angle. But what if I do, if I go on platform like GitHub or something, and I just give my code to the public? Okay, I just go and put it on the internet, my source code. Then what happens is basically other developers will be able to use my code to develop their own versions of that, and to make extra extensions or plugins for that particular software. Okay, so that's the difference between open source and non-open source. Okay, so WordPress.org is an open source platform. Now when you talk about open source platform, why you should choose that? So if you see in a .com version of WordPress, there's a scalability issue, there's customization issue, because it's very limited, right? You don't get much flexibility there. But when it comes to an open source platform like .org, what happens is .org, however you want to pronounce, I technically get confused here. So yeah, I will run a poll above. I don't know how I can run a poll also to how to pronounce it, but yeah, so it's very simple. Let's keep pronunciation aside, but yeah, it's very simple. So whenever you choose a open source platform, you get the flexibility. Whenever you choose a company driven platform, yeah, it's much secure, but yeah, there's no flexibility. So it's up to you what to choose. But the second difference will make your decision change if you are a starter, or if you are just starting up, you don't know much about starting a website. By the way, I made a video for that also. So everything, whatever I will discuss, a lot of videos I made up there in the card. You can click on it and you can browse through the playlist, and you can basically almost learn how to build a website very easily. Okay, so yeah, the second thing, like I was saying, is very important, the setup. So how basically each of these have a different kind of setup system. Okay, so when it comes to WordPress.com, it's quite easy. You just need to go to WordPress.com. You have to click on create account, and you have to create the account simply like you are creating a social media account. It's that simple. Select a username, whatever you want, and just you can go dive in, and your dashboard will be ready. Another best part is you can also go for the paid plans of WordPress.com, but without paying also you can use it, right? So that is the best part. So if you see, there are paid plans, and there are a free version of WordPress.com where you get a free domain like particular subdomain, whatever you want. So let's say if I want my first YouTube video or something, and .wordpress.com, so that would be your URL. Okay, so that is very good for people who don't have any amount of money to spend, they just want to start something. Yeah, that is very good thing. So when it comes to wordpress.org, since you are using the open source variants, there is not much you will find it on the website. So basically you will find a download option here, but it's not again that much useful for you, because anyhow the way I will show you is going to be helping you. So when it comes to wordpress.org, what you have to do is basically you have to first buy a domain name. Okay, so for domain name I would recommend Namecheap. Now whatever I will discuss, again the links are in description, proper step by step. The procedure is also there in description, and if you buy through those links, I will just get a affiliate commission. So yeah, I would recommend, but it's up to you. Yeah, so again, let us not get sidetracked. So the thing is, now Namecheap, I really like it because it's comparatively to GoDaddy quite secure, because you get a free whois guard, which is going to protect your information from getting into the public domain and all. So I really like Namecheap, and it's very cheap also. Like its name suggests, there are a lot of discounts always running around, so you can use Namecheap for buying your domain. And after you buy a domain, what you have to do is you have to buy a hosting. Now I personally was using SiteGround from past 4 years. I really love it. SiteGround is very fast. It never gave me a downtime, and it's quite simple interface they have, and very intuitive. You will be able to use it very easily. And if you are on a tighter budget, yes, you can go for the hosting of Namecheap or hosting of GoDaddy also. So that will come, like Namecheap, it's just $1 or something, right? And for GoDaddy, again, it's like just 100 Indian rupees. So you can choose whatever you want, but I would not recommend you to choose a domain name provider hosting, because there is a reason for it. Okay, so whenever you choose a domain name provider hosting, you will possibly face lot of downtime. So your website will face lot of lags, it will be very slow and all. But if you choose a platform which is meant for hosting, like SiteGround, it's very simple. But I understand SiteGround is little expensive, but if you want best, I would recommend SiteGround. But let's say if you also care about your cost, I would also recommend you DreamHost, which I recently found. I would say it's very nice. Okay, so DreamHost is basically going to give you that flexibility of they only have 2 plans. So if you are starting up one website, simple, they give you a free domain, and you will see the experience of setup between WordPress.com, and if you choose DreamHost and set up WordPress.org version, you will find lot of easiness or lot of similarity in the setup, because DreamHost have its own way of getting started for people who are just don't know much about it. So I would recommend DreamHost. It's very simple again interface, and in $50 you can just start your website on WordPress.org. Yeah, so that was about setup. But coming to the third important thing, customization. How much customization capability you get in WordPress.com and WordPress.org. So I will again make it very simple for you. So when it comes to WordPress.com, you are not getting that much flexibility. Like I said in starting also, the plugins, if you have a business plan, then only you can install, and it's very tough to customize your pages, because it doesn't give you that much flexibility. Whereas when it comes to WordPress.org, you have your own dashboard, you have your own interface, whatever you want to do it. Install third-party plugins, install third-party themes, whatever you want to do, using code also you can do. So that kind of flexibility you need, right? So which is very important when you want to build a scalable website. Like I was discussing about scalability, I would also point out on the security front. So now WordPress.com is driven by a company, right? And WordPress.org is by community. So here a little bit you will feel like, okay, WordPress.com is much secure because it's driven by a company. The source code is, you know, kind of driven by a company, so whatever hacking attacks will happen, they will be able to fix it immediately and all. Whereas on WordPress.org, if a hacker wants to attack, they want to insert some kind of vulnerable virus or something, and they can do that because it's an open source platform. There are a lot of plugins, so what they can do is they can make a fake plugin of an existing plugin which is running good in the market, and they can just try to fake it, right? And when a user install, their whole website can be hacked. And this happened a lot of times to people. So I would recommend installing few security plugins, which I would talk about in my future videos. But yeah, WordPress.org is also secure, don't worry. But you just need to make sure you take proper measures. Okay, so yeah, here the point goes to WordPress.com. Since it's driven by community, it's much secure. But WordPress.org can be that much secure if you install the right plugins, and yeah, you have to incur some cost, but yeah, you have to give that for security, right? Then after that, let's talk about the most important thing which you all care about, pricing. Okay, so now when I was discussing about scalability and all, like I said, you can start on DreamHost like for $50, whereas and that too if you want to build an e-commerce site also. Okay, whereas on a WordPress.com version, you have various plans to select. So like you basically select for any regular software also, right? So here also you get the option to select plan which is suitable for you. But the problem again here is you don't get that flexibility to have, let's say you want to start a store but you are not big, then also you have to spend like 1,000 Indian rupees or something for starting a store, that too per month you have to pay. So if you calculate, like you have to spend like $150 compared to $50 of DreamHost. Okay, so I would suggest you to select the whatever is preferable to you, because it's up to you. Yeah, if you feel that you don't want to take the hassle of setting up, then yeah, WordPress.com is better. But if you think about scalability and if you go for much more viable option, if you want to go for viable option, then I would suggest WordPress.org. So that's it for today, guys, and I will see you in the next video, in which I will talk about a topic like this further. And yeah, so this was actually like I'm recording this on my tripod, and you will see some shadows there. So yeah, I'm just trying to see how I can begin again, because I think, I don't know whether you have watched this video which I made. So if you are confused like which platform to choose, WordPress or Wix or something, you can watch that video. So I'm not sure when you will watch this, because I will make a updated video of that. But yeah, I made that video long back, and that is when I started my channel basically. So yeah, stay tuned, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to follow me at the MD Farhan on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. No, I'm not on Facebook. Okay, so everywhere it's the MD Farhan. You can follow on Facebook also, but I'm not there. So yeah, and see you soon.